Music Podcasts.
Hi guys, welcome to Wanjiku Talks Queer. I'm your host, Wanjiku Mwangi, and this is a podcast that explores the themes of belonging, inclusion, relationships, identity, and everything queer. So today I have an interesting person here with me in the studio. Karibu sana.
Oh, asante.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Wanjiku. Yeah. And I'm currently working. And also I like doing much in hospitality and at the same time in makeup industry. And mostly I dwell on makeup industry because that's where my passion relies.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm also a proud queer mom.
Oh, nice. You're a proud queer mom.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and I'm really glad that you're willing to share your story.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you can tell us your journey in terms of how you came to, know who you are, know that you're queer. Please share with us your journey.
So yeah, when I discovered I'm queer, it's so funny because I started to remember some few things from my past.
Yeah.
Like, when I was young, some things which I was doing were not making sense back then. But when I'm grown, I'm like, wait a minute. That was really what I am right now.
Yeah.
But I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when my dad moved us from where we were living before.
Yeah.
So, we shifted to where we are. So, yeah, he had a best friend. And the best friend had 2 daughters.
Yes.
So the 2 daughters became my friends because now our parents are close. So I decided, why not become their friends since our parents are close? We became friends for the longest time ever. So it got to a point where I didn't understand myself, so to say, because maybe I usually say it's because of watching so much soap operas when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So whatever I was saying, I really wanted to put it in practice.
Yeah, which was what?
Okay, like the intimacy and all that.
Okay.
So I was like, this is what we see on TVs. Why can't we do it? And I'm still young because I was like so free to watch. Others they were like told, usione your TV, usione your station. And I'm like, my mom is like, why on too? So I learned some few things. But the funny thing is, when I started to do those things, I didn't do with the gender that I was seeing there.
Yeah.
So one day we were left at home with the 2 sisters. So the other sister left, the younger sister left, went to play, and now we were 2 of us with the older sister.
Yeah.
So we were just there talking. And then I remembered, niliona ile kipindi. So, na huyu wako hapa. So why not? I just realized, my hands went through her legs and I was like, we started kissing and all that.
Yeah.
So I was like, sini movie tu niliona, sasa sini mtoto tu. We did everything we did. And actually what we did is what is being done in our community. So I was like, we did it to the older sister at that time.
Yeah, how old were you then?
Okay, she was like older than me actually. Because I was like in class 4 and she was in class 6.
Yeah.
So we did what we did. And then we just stayed like for the longest time again. Then I got myself with the younger sister again. Actually, it was in their house, and people are there, but we just like kalongo and all that.
Yeah.
Like, it was so touchy and all that. So we did what we did again, like what I did. I was so much bright, like I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Yeah.
Open-minded,
yeah,
maybe?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you were exposed,
yeah,
so to
I was
speak.
so exposed. But them, they were not exposed. So I was like taking them through what I see.
Yeah.
And she was like, unafanya nini? And I'm like, si tunacheza. So she was like so anxious. At the same time, she relaxed.
Yeah.
And what we did, it was out of our consent. She allowed it. So we did it. And then I was never attracted to boys.
Yeah.
I never felt the vibe of the boy thing and the girl thing. I was always like, someone's like, Shiru, unakaa vizuri sijui. That's ujinga ya watoto, like when you're in primary school, niko na boyfriend. I'm like, sawa. But when someone comes to tell me, ati ule anakutaka, and I'm like, mwambie ache ujinga. Mimi siko hapo. So they were like, mbona upendi kuongea na vijana? And I'm like, mimi sitakanga, mamangu alinikataza.
Yeah.
So they're like, hapana, huwezi uliza, mamangu hawezi jua. I'm like, hapana, mamangu atajua. So I grew up not liking boys at all. I went to high school, and unfortunately I went to a mixed school where they are. And now you know, nile shule ushago. So people are like, boys are so big and grown, and you're just a tiny person, and then you're like, you're so tensed.
Yeah.
Then unasikia ule kijana anakutaka, and you're like, no.
Yeah.
No. I don't know, it was normal to not have feelings for boys.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah, I was like, ever. And then when you talk to me about dating me or untakwa boyfriend yangu, I felt so offended.
Yeah.
I was even getting angry. I even almost went to report people to the principal because I felt like, ananikosea heshima bana. Haifai. So at the same time, I'm trying to fit in the society for people to see me, I'm being odd. So I was like, lakini bado, it's not flowing how it's supposed to flow. Like you see someone is like, anyway, anataka huyu, and they're both vibing. But you feel like you're forcing the vibe.
Yeah.
And you're wasting your time. Totally. So I didn't want any relationship, commitment when I was in high school. My life flowed until I finished with no dating.
Yeah.
So when I finished high school, I had these two friends who were the same in the same high school. So we met out.
Yeah.
They were like, mbona una boyfriend? And I'm like, kwani ni lazima? They're like, kwani unataka kukaa hivyo mpaka siku gani?
Yeah.
Boyfriend ni nini? And I'm like, kai, aki hapana, siwezi, mimi naogopa. They're like, unaogopa nini? Kufundisha hizi vitu. And I'm like, sitaki kufundishwa because sitaki. So it got to a point I'm like, it's getting too much. The pressure is becoming too much for me.
Yeah.
So I decided, let me just try it out with someone and see how it goes, because I think nilikuwa nimechoka kuuliza hizo maswali with everyone. Like they're seeing me, I'm so out of it. So I got this guy. He was so mature than me. So mature because I had completed my high school, and he was out for like 4 years.
Oh, wow.
So he was so mature. He rushed things so fast that he was almost taking me to his parents to tell them that he wants to marry me. And I'm like, wait, hey you, no, it doesn't go like that. Why are you rushing things?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just from school and you want to marry me. And he was from a family where the father is a bishop and all that. He's into church.
Yeah.
And I felt like not ready for this.
Yeah.
So we got at their gates. Like he took me and I was like, sawa, twende basi. We got there, and when he opened the door, I was like, let me just go back home. I can't do this. I can't.
So wait, by the time he's taking you to his parents' place, for how long were you together?
We were together like for 4 months. He was just taking things so fast, and I was not comfortable with it. Yeah, because for me, how I know things go, you have to like date someone for like 1 or 2 years so that you can be comfortable with that person and be like, I want a future with you. So I felt like, even though I'm young, I still got brains.
Yeah.
I think, nafikiria. So when we got at the door, he opened and told me, karibu, and I was like, ebu kuja kidogo, I'm not ready for this.
Yeah.
Could you just kindly take me back home? Because I cannot go to face your parents, and I'm about to go to lie. I'm going to lie, and I'm faking it for you. So
is that what you told him? Like you were faking it for him?
Yeah, I told him I'm faking it for you.
Yeah.
You want you want us to get married, but I'm not into that. So I'm doing this for you, not for me.
Yes.
So could you kindly allow me to go back home and just think about it and think if I'm ready to do it for me too.
Yes.
Not for you, but for us.
Yeah.
So I was like, why? And we are here, you can just come in and tell them, let's just talk to them, even though it's not about that. And I was like, no, I cannot face them. I don't feel like I want to see them, because I wouldn't even be able to talk. So he just took me back home, and I didn't talk to him anymore. I blocked him. I never saw him again, because I was like, this is not me. It's not me. So I continued. Then I went to campus. Things got tense.
Yeah.
because everyone now around you has boyfriends and they are getting gifts, they're being taken out, and you're just like there, they're like, "Wesh dako, katu hapo." I'm like, really? Do you have to tell me that?
Yeah.
So I was forced to get into another relationship, which was just with someone who is younger, like me. We were the same age, so it was all about partying, doing all that stuff, going to clubs, exploring all things that you could do. Yeah, when it got to that time when you had to be intimate, I didn't feel any connection. I didn't feel like totally, I was so flat emotionally. And when he was touching me, I just felt like he's harassing me in a way because I'm not comfortable around him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he did what he did, but I was not there. Like, my mind was like...
Your mind was elsewhere. It's like you were not almost present.
Yeah, I was so upset. Then when we finished, I left. I cried like someone who has been sexually abused. I cried and I was like, what just happened? Because that was not... I didn't give him my consent. I was just there, but ni kama sijampea ruhusa.
What do you mean?
Like, he's doing what he's doing, but your mind is not haijajipea ruhusa to accept what is going on. You're like feeling, I'm doing this for people to make them feel like I belong to them, like we belong together. I'm not odd. I'm okay. Like, you don't have to see me like huyu anakwanga tu nje kila saa. I was trying to fit in so hard that it was affecting my mind and my mental health. So I went home and cried and told myself, do I really have to oppress, like, kujifinyilia to just make people happy? So they came and told me, kulienda aje? And I'm like, ilikuwa sawa, ilikuwa poa, the guy was nice. Like, I had to lie.
Yes.
Because you don't have to show them the real thing that was. So I went on. If any guy was just approaching me, I just had the flashback of what happened. And I'm like, I'm not ready for that. I don't feel the vibe of anything. So I got to a point I couldn't date. I just decided, if you just don't want to talk to me, don't talk to me because I don't have a boyfriend. Don't. Because it's affecting my... Even at school, I couldn't focus because my friends are pushing me to that wall that I don't want to hit.
Yeah.
I just avoided being in a relationship. I stayed alone for the longest time because they were like, hawezi kuwa na mtu mwenye hana mtu. You get, like, kama how date, you can't be our friend. What are you friends for? You have to have someone so that you can be friends, so that when it comes to going out, hauko pale peke yako. You have that one person. And they were like into more of social life, like the drinking, the partying. They're doing a lot of things that you are not comfortable. Actually, I was not comfortable doing everything they were doing, but they were pushing me to that wall. And then I remembered, I don't want unwanted pregnancy as early as that time.
Yeah.
I wanted to at least have a good time with a flow of the years. Si ati niharakishe ati sasa nimetoka shule nimeshika mimba, or then I had the fear of maybe getting the infections and all that, and maybe showing my mom that nimejiachilia. Like, your freedom amenipatia misuse. Nimekuwa tu mtu useless. I wanted her to see me for who I am. Like, to respect her, I promised myself I had to finish my campus first.
Yes.
At least I wanted to achieve what she wanted me to achieve. Because you get pregnant after high school, they'll be like, sasa wewe, what's your use right now? Because you'll have to stay at home, nurture your kid, and you'll not go to school. Hiyo pesa tatumia kulelea mtoto wako. So I said, I'll have to stick to myself until I finish my campus to make her proud of me completing school with no problems.
Yeah.
So I felt that company was pushing me to be who I don't want to be. I avoided them. So I stayed like by myself. Like, nobody talked to me because they all said, So I was by myself. So I got depressed a lot.
Yeah.
I started now doing more of a church thing to just release my stress, and I became a choir member at church because I felt like singing was easing my tension in my body and my mind. Yeah, so then I stayed long, like, without having any friends or anyone to just say, like, this is the person that I have. So come 2019, I met this guy who who we were homies back then they moved. We lost contact. We didn't communicate anymore. So unfortunately we met again. When we met, the guy told me, kuna form, you can come around 31st of December. We go have fun. So I was like, why not? I'm in. Like, it's New Year's Eve, so why not go and have a good time? My mom was like, enda church, usiende huko kwenye unataka kuenda. I was like, ay mom, mimi nishapata form. She was like, sawa basi wewe enda, utarudi hapo utaniambia. So I went. The guy locked the door.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the room together. So he tried to like be so touchy with me, and I was against it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, so that he can lure me to what he wanted, he just was like, sawa basi, let's just drink. And I was like, kulewa tu, nitalewa, no problem. So I drank. He took advantage of the fact that I was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And we were supposed to go somewhere that night. So that period of which when I was so high, things like went down. He did what he did. Though I wasn't like feeling, the other person, I wasn't feeling anything.
Mm-hmm.
I was just there for me to be there, because after all, I just took free booze. I drank what he gave me. So we did what we did, and then we went out. Come morning, I was so drunk that I wasn't even sikuwa najielewa, so they carried me to the house. And I was so comfortable because I was like, he has been my friend. So he can't do anything at all to me. So I passed out.
Mm-hmm.
I passed out. When I woke up in the morning, I just found myself, I'm just there in bed. I didn't have any clothes on me.
Mm-hmm.
So when I asked him, he told me, yeah, we did what he did. I asked him, how? And I didn't give you consent. I trust you, you're my friend, so why do that to me? You would have at least waited for me to wake up in the morning. Like after when we got in the house, you would have at least waited. I wake up when I'm sober and do what you wanted to do. Not you taking advantage of me being drunk and doing what you did.
Yeah.
He was like, but you were enjoying it. And I'm like, I didn't, because I don't remember. Mm-hmm. What I enjoy, I remember. He was like, apana, you were okay. I was like, no, I was not okay, because I didn't know what I even don't know what you did.
Yeah.
So I went home, took the emergency pill, because I wasn't ready to be a mama then.
Yeah.
But I guess it was just time for me to be a mom.
Mm-hmm.
I got pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So when I discovered I was pregnant, I was so patient with the guy. I told him, we can meet for another drink, so that I can tell him face to face, because I didn't believe in phone communication.
Yeah.
But he didn't create time, and it was not on my side, because I had to tell my mom before she discovers it.
Yeah.
So I told him over the phone, and it was like, we were not even dating.
Yeah.
So what are you telling me that you're pregnant? I'm like, yeah, whatever you did brought fruits.
Yeah.
This is what is there. He was like, no, I'm not ready to be a parent. And I was like, if you want me to get rid of the baby, send me money and I'll do it, because I'm not even ready to be a parent. I was at school doing my internship. College at Kenotali, so I was doing my internship.
How old were you?
I was 20. 20, because...
And the guy was?
I don't even remember his age.
Mm.
So he told me, I cannot be a dad right now. I'm at school. My mom this and my mom that. I was like, I'm also at school. So what are you telling me? You want me to lose, and you want yourself to gain.
Yeah.
He didn't want to reason with me. So he went silent on me. He blocked me everywhere. So I was so confused. He asked me for evidence. Like, copy evidence.
That you're pregnant.
Because when ameshanifanyia hivyo, akanidanganya akaniambia nilikuwa uongo. So I sent him the results via the WhatsApp. He was like, Mona. From there, he never talked to me again. So I was so confused. What am I going to tell my mom?
Yeah.
I'm not yet done with my campus. What am I going to say? But at least I was doing internships, so I could say I've done the most part of it. I told my mom, she was so mad at me. Like, she told me, nilijua. You know what they say?
Yeah.
Nilijua. Sijaona, ukifanya vile unafanya. Like, she knows when I get my monthly, she knows.
Yeah.
So she was like, nilijua, juu sijaona, ujaniitisha. And I'm like, Kai, okay, sawa, ulijua, mbona hukuniuliza? Nilikuwa nangoja uniambie. So I thought about terminating it. For the long, I was like, I had money on my hand. I told myself, me can't be a parent right now. And I told her that I can get rid. I know my mom supported me through it. She wanted me to get rid of the baby, actually. She was not into the baby thing. So I told her I have money. She was like, enda bas. So I went to the doctor. When I got to the door, I told myself, what am I doing? What if this was my only chance to be a parent? And I never become a parent again? And at the same time, I had that guilt of, maybe I'll have that. I don't know if it's because of watching so much of TV or what. I was like, nitasikia mtoto akilia kwa akili yangu nikitoa. So I said, acha nirudi kwanza kwa nyumba. Do you know, I went back at home, I showered, and I took myself for a good treat. I ate, I drank, and I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to take this pregnancy head on. I'll bring this kid to this world because I cannot afford to lose. Maybe she's going to bring good things in my life.
Yeah.
And maybe if I do what I want to do right now, I'll never be a parent. And when I wish to be one, I'll never be. So I went, had fun with that money, and then came back home. And I told my mom, sitoi, nakaa nayo. She never talked to me for 2 weeks.
Oh, because you did not abort.
Yeah. She didn't talk. She was so silent, and she didn't even wake me up to go to school the way she used to. So I was always getting late. And I told my friend, a sad friend of mine at school, took the thing of calling me every day in the morning. Amka, time imefika. So I get ready. I said, oh God, you sent me an angel, because you know I don't hear alarms.
Yeah.
So she was always, every morning she's calling me, Shi amka, time imefika, jitayarishe ukam chuo. And I'm like, oh, sawa na come. So yeah, she was good. And then it came to a point my mom came to terms with it. Now she accepted everything because she saw like, imefika. And then God sent me an angel in form of a man. He was my friend back then, but he wanted us to be a thing, but I didn't want it. So the guy told him I'm pregnant. He also became mad because he wanted me to be pregnant for him.
Yeah.
But it wasn't his. So he didn't talk to me for 2 days. The third day, he called me and told me, can we meet? And I was like, okay. He came to our place. He told me, I want to support you through the pregnancy until you give birth. So can I talk to your mom? I told him no problem, because my mom was into him. My mom was like, not into him. He was like suggesting if the guy could take me and marry me, because she was like comfortable with him. Was like, huyo mtu ni mzuri, hana mambo mingi, hakuna shima zake, blah blah blah. You know how they know to praise someone just because he's doing some few things for you and your mom.
Yeah.
So the guy came, told my mom was like, Lisa, haina shida, we fanya kilotaka kufanya. So the guy supported me, but out of friendship.
Oh yeah, okay.
So he could bring me fruits, buy me whatever I'm craving for, everything. He could do it. Until the time it got, I went to give birth. He also paid for my Uber and all that. My hospital bill, he paid for it.
Wow.
Not knowing he was doing that because he wanted me to bring up my baby to a certain age. Then he wanted me to give birth.
Oh, for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a thing.
Payback.
Yeah. So he was like, sasa mimi nazalia lini? And I was like,
immediately after you gave birth?
Yeah. And I'm like, Kai, hata ngoja nipone.
Yeah.
Nipone tu. Nafu mtoto wangu kwa mkubwa. He was like, sawa. He didn't talk to me after that day. He didn't talk to me again until my baby was 6 months. He called. He was like, ebu kuja hapa nje kidogo. I went. He was like, mko aje? I told him, niko sawa. We talked. Then it reminded me, unazalia lini? I was like, aya, bado uko hapo. Kwani unaona kama tuko nafisha na mimi siwezi kuzalia obvious. Sijakuja kuwa mashine ya kuzaa hii dunia. This even didn't happen with my consent. just came about.
Did he know that this didn't happen with Okay?
I didn't tell him because I felt there's no reason for him to know.
Yeah.
Why? And it is already here.
Yeah.
So he told me, okay, and the worst part is the guy has a girlfriend. But you see those people who respect the girlfriends because of certain level of education. He was like, huyo haezi nizalia saizi kwa sababu bado ako shule. So I was like, what are you trying to mean?
Yeah.
Like, mimi sina kitu naweza fanya maana with my life other than to just give birth and give birth. He was like, apana, and I'm like, okay, so manishi was so just go and tell your girlfriend to go and give birth, to have your kid. Have someone who can. She was like, I want to marry the both of you. And I'm like, wait. What are you saying? Marry both of us? I cannot do that. And I'm still a mother. My baby is not even grown. And you're telling me all this? Respect me for now.
Yeah.
The guy was like, sawa basi, sikutataka kukuja kuniambia you want to have my kid, utanitafuta. So I told him, hey, utangoja, because I sioni vile nitanini. So I was in the house and I was like, me trying to find myself, like, my journey of discovering my queer self became to us. I just told myself, you know what? I'm tired of hiding who I am because it costed me being a parent, which I hadn't planned for. Because that night on 31st of 2019, at that club, the guy who took me there, I didn't spend the time with him. I was with another stud out there because my mind was just into that stud. And I asked myself, wait a minute. Is this me? Like, I have people, I have a company, I have this guy, but my focus is not there. It's just shifting to that girl who's that side. I just don't see them. I even followed the girl out to have a smoke because I was like, I'm so comfortable around this. Even though she's a stranger, I feel like I'm way much comfortable around her than with them. But she told me, I asked her, Sasa, because I was so drunk. So I was like, Sasa, hey, naitwa she, na unaitwaje? She told me her name, I even can't remember. So I was like, oh, ulaka fiti. The audacity in me went straight to the point. I was like, are you gay? And I was like, no, I'm not gay.
Oh no, the girl said that.
Yeah, and I was like, sorry. But she didn't feel offended, actually. Because she was portraying that studdish look and the gay look. Like, when you just look at her, you're like, you belong together. So, I was like, watching what she's doing. My mind was just on her. So, whatever she was doing, I'm like, when she goes to the washroom, I'm like, so when she went out to get to smoke, I followed her downstairs and went out and asked her, can we smoke together? And she was like, no problem, sure, you can just smoke. So me being high, you know me, when I'm high, things just go. So I asked her, can I just at least peck you on the cheek and then I'll go? She was like, no problem, just peck me. And I'm like, wait. And then tell me you're straight. I'm like, girl, you're not straight. You're just there. You're lying to me because you don't know me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you don't know me. You're not comfortable telling me, yes, I'm gay. And you don't know where I've come from.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was like, yeah, sure, you can peck me. And I was like, wow, thank you, God. So I pecked her and I left. I was just, that small thing that you do.
Yeah.
In your mind.
Yeah.
So I was like, God.
Yeah.
So I was like, so like you're playing with my mind. So I started asking. So when I was in the house watching my kid, that was the time I realized. So your thoughts start to break down every single bit of it. So it started way back. I started breaking down when I was a kid. Breaking down. And I was like, this is actually who I am. Because if I did this when I was a kid, and this is what is happening now when I'm an adult, I think I was that when I was a kid. So I realized, you know what? Umejificha sana na imekucost you being a parent. So why don't you just come out and just be you and accept you for you? because you're hurting yourself inside to please people outside.
Yeah.
So I came out on my Facebook account. I started posting. People are like, Pia wewe ni lele. And I'm like, sina neno. I just like your comment and I leave. Because what am I supposed to say?
Yeah, to that.
Read in between the lines. You, whatever you think, it's okay. For me, that's who I am, but I cannot tell you yes. So I came out to my friends, to my 2 close friends. I told them, unfortunately, I'm gay. And I have to tell you too, because you're my 2 good friends who don't judge me for who I am. And they're like, they gave me a tight hug. And they told me, we love you for who you are. You're just a good person. Intersexuality cannot make us leave you. We will be here with you all the time. So they supported me all through. But the rest of the people who knew I am gay, they stopped talking to me. I lost so many of my friends here. Like, I don't even talk to them. Because they were like, umeamua kukua gay. And I'm like, sitajibu. I was not responding to such kind of texts. I was like, you just think what you want to think, that's you. But for me, yes, I am. But I cannot tell you, yes, I am. Because I was still like, wacha kwanza nikae hapa chini kidogo.
Yeah.
Siwezi toka tu hivyo nje waziwazi sana. It's quite too much of exposing myself.
Yeah.
So they were like, my 2 friends were like, ni sawa shi, hakuna shida, you just be you, but take care. And are you sure you're okay with you being gay and your daughter is? And I was like, yeah. There are so many gay parents. And they bring up their kids to be the most humble kids ever. And with pure hearts. So don't judge me just because I'm gay. My baby will be in a bad environment to grow in. Actually, there's a part of my story I skipped.
Feel
I can
free.
take you back.
Yes, you can.
There's a time I dated a guy who was from Kiambu. He was young and I was way above his age. I had completed high school mbele yake and he was just from high school. So we had a thing. But when it got to a point when we went to Juja to celebrate his birthday, a friend of mine she was like, we were at a birthday party. So she told me, Mimi, nimeshakuwa gay. Like, I'm rainbow. Like, I'm now in the gay family. I asked her, why? And she was like, nimechoka kujificha because naumia kiakili because I'm trying to oppress myself for people. So I was like, so how did you discover yourself? So she gave me her story. And then she told me, this is my girlfriend. She's called this. And I was like, wow. Me, I accepted her for her because in my heart I know I am one of her, but I'm on her side, but I cannot just show it off at that time.
Yeah.
So she told me she's okay with who she is, but she didn't want other friends of ours to discover who she is. So she told me, keep it a secret. And I was like, why tell me? What made you think I can be the good person to keep your secret? But at the same time, I was like, it's good. At least she says I'm trustworthy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she gave me the number of her girlfriend. What? The devil. The devil. Do you know I named that girl? I was like, sasa, nimepewa namba yako na nani akaniambia ni girlfriend yake. They were like, so, me ni beshte yake. So we became friends.
Yeah.
So they were so open with me. They could tell me when they're going through problems in their relationship. And I was like, sasa mmeneka kama third party kwa relationship yenu. Do you know me? Do you know me? So I don't know how I started to get attached to that girl, like the girlfriend. I even started to tell her, can we just date? I was that like, yeah, I am me. So can we date? Please. Yeah. I'm starting my journey of being gay. Can you please? So she was like, but I'm dating your friend. I was like, we can be just the 2 of us. No problem. Yeah. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
She was like, let me think about it. I'll tell you. When they had issues, she could be like, we broke up. Now we can be together. I'm like, because I'm desperate. I was like, nisawa. Then she's like, I'm meant to Rudiane. I'm like, but don't leave me. We can be two of us. And she's like, it's okay. I'll multitask the two of you. Do you know they got to a point where they went to have tattoos of their names, like hers, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, this is crazy. I can't be part of this. Because if they've gotten to a point of getting tattoos...
Yeah, they're really into each other.
Yeah. So we stopped talking with the girlfriend because I felt I'm getting too much connected and it was affecting me because I knew she couldn't have me. She had my friend. So my friend told me, but I can take you to this gay club where you can meet people. And I was like, hey, I'm down for it. Like, let's go. So we went. Before we go to that club, we went to that guy's birthday. The dude was in Juja. So I had too much to drink and I was so depressed in my mind because I was so confused of who I am.
Yeah.
And then the guy was touchy. I stood up, I pushed him away and I told him, you know what? I'm not into you. I'm not into guys. And then I mentioned the name of that girl.
Yeah.
That
person.
Person X. And it was like, you're just joking. It's because you're drunk. I'm like, it's not alcohol talking. It's Shiru talking, okay? I don't like men. I don't like you boys. I don't like anything that comes with you. I don't. I just love that girl, the ex.
Yeah.
And it's like, Lala too. Wacha kuongea mingi. And I'm like, you're just getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Are you not understanding me? Then the girls there, they're like, we know every girl is a lesbian, but don't tell it to his face. And I'm like, okay, I will tell it to his face. I'm not hiding anymore because I was so tired in my mind that I had to let it out. And I'm like pushing everyone away. Msinikaribie. I am gay. I love girls. So I had to lock myself in the room because they were nagging me a lot. Then they were like, Shifungua. I'm like, Sifungui mnanisumbua. Napenda wasichana. I was so dramatic actually that night. So the guy was told, achana, she alale, mtaongea asubuhi. I opened the room to let the girls in, but I didn't want the boys in.
Yeah.
So they didn't lock the room. The guy came to sleep beside me and I was like, kwani umesahau? Nimesema aje? Sipendi wavulana, sipendi boys. I want Nani to be here with me, cuddling with me. So the person X.
Yeah.
And the guy saw it so serious now. He was like, acha tu nimwache alale peke yake.
Yeah.
In the morning, I woke up, I took a shower, I packed my stuff and left. And I never talked to that guy again. So that's when I started telling myself, if I was so drunk and I remember I'm in love with that person, then that's who I am. I cannot keep on saying. Then you remember you're telling a guy.
Yeah.
To get to a point where you're just open at a party, telling everyone who you are, then you're tired of faking everything.
Yeah.
She took me to that. So that's when she introduced me to the gay club.
Yeah.
Hey. I got there, I was like...
So now, by the time you're getting introduced to the gay club, is this after you've already nurtured your child?
It was like before.
Oh, it was still before you even got your child.
So I was like, hey, this is a good place to be. But at the same time, the guy... People are just confusing my mind.
Yeah.
You know, the journey of discovering yourself is always confusing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you're just here. You go there, you come back. You go there, you come back. And I was like, let's just go. She takes me there. We have fun. Then she comes back. Then I told her, chakoza, the whole stand tena kwa gay club kwanza. Because my mom was like, na wewe, unafikiria maisha yako kweli? And I'm like,
why?
Kwa nini? That's the only thing about got a boyfriend. And I'm like, niko nayo. Na anakuanga wapi, anaishi wapi, anafanya nini? So, you know, when they want to know everything. I was making up stories.
Yeah.
I'm making my dream boyfriend in my mind. Anafanya kazi kwa ofisi. So you tell them kwa ofisi, they're like, kwa hivyo akona pesa? They're like, akona pesa. And she's like, sawa. Tableta ni mwone, and I'm like, tableta usijali. So it got to a point she saw, huwa ananidanganya na boyfriend, because they didn't even have phone calls that your guy is calling me.
Yeah.
So she's like,
yeah.
I did. So everything about discovering myself was like, am I wrong? Am I even cursed? Because in my family, nobody's like me.
Yeah.
and then your friends around you are like, hatuongeangi na yeye siku hizi, siku hizi amekuwa lele. I'm like, nani aliwaambia mimi ni lele? Nani aliwaambia mimi ni lele? Because I'm like, I'm trying to deny everything.
Yeah.
No, was exposed to where I live because it's not safe. Boys, they do what they do because they want to punish you, you know. Because a guy told me, oh, but let's go to Shika to a... I'm like, you want to rape? They are bitter because they are like, unafaa ushikwe vizuri. And I'm like, aki hapana. Like, wagi hivo. It is just painful because confusion messes up with your mentality. Confusion messes up with everything because you're like, I need to know who I am. I really need to know who I am. So every guy was coming to my life, I was pushing them away because I felt like, why do you want me and I don't want you and I don't feel attached to you? Like, just stay away from me because you're making me more angry. You know, it got to a point where mtu anakuambia ati kuwa girlfriend yangu unasikia ni kama anakutukana. Unaniambia nini wewe? Do you know I love someone, I love this person X.
Yeah.
That girl had taken over my mind.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, ulitani huyu? Ulitani? And I'm like, usijali. So I was like, I got to a point where I was like telling people, be who I am. Judge me, it's okay. Because even at my workplace, hey, you find someone like a stand coming to you and everybody is standing around to look. Who is that? And I find it huyo msichana. Then they're coming to ask you, mbona unaongea na matomboys hivyo sana? Mko na relationship gani na wao? And I'm like, sifai kuwa na marafiki. And they're like, hata watu wanangi kwa hii floor, mbona tu wanakuja hapo kwako? And I'm like, awo sijali, ni beshte zangu. And then you hear how negative they talk about them. Makes me so mad. And I'm like, mimi mmoja wao, mtadu. Sasa, you know the way they use that abusive language. Macha wanaume wende vidole. And I'm like,
yeah. Who says it's all about that?
Yeah, like, do you know these people can do what your guy does and they do it way better than what you think it's going to be? Like, even the attachment, even not all about the sexting and all that. The person who makes you feel comfortable, the person who, you know, get someone who pushes you to, you know, we understand each other's emotions way faster than when you have a guy, a man and a woman relationship. Us, we can understand each other way better because you know how to treat that person, how you like to be treated. It's just almost the same as how a woman, your fellow girl, likes to be treated. So you'll understand each other way better. So why do you judge this person saying at yo, macha hii ukaenda kwa hii? Who told you it's all about that? It's not all about that. And mind you, they might even be better than what you think. So why don't you give this kind of people a chance to like prove what you think is what they do, to prove you wrong? At least give them a chance. Maybe usually say, give us a chance, and you'll see we're not even different. You will not realize any difference. See, no, like hakunanga difference. Vile unaweza tuona sasa ni kama tuko dunia yetu. Tuko the same. Hata huwezi realize kama they don't know who I am, not unless you tell them. See, that's what will happen if they give you a chance. They'll be like, it's normal to have such kind. Like, may I just usually say, the states, I appreciate how they took those people, like how they accepted those people to like live their life and be who they want to be. Like, if only Kenya could allow us. There are so many people who are out here, queer people who have sharp mentality, like they can help so much in so many fields. But it's just because of how they are, you're locking them out of
a lot of opportunities. That's so true. I really agree with what you're saying.
Like, why? You see, like, mtu ameenda shule, amesoma, amequalify in everything, akona hizo certificates, but just because of how they portray themselves. I have a friend who did all about teaching. So she's supposed to be a high school teacher. She told me she has been denied job of how she dresses. She was told to either dress in skirts or dresses. If not, she cannot get the job. So she was like, you know what, fuck it. You need me to wear dresses just to get this job. I would do it. let me just be who I am. Like, it's not a must I be a teacher. I can do another job which will allow me to dress the way, because I'm not comfortable in dressing in a dress.
Yeah.
My dressing code doesn't have to prove my working capability. It has to, like, just be a mode of presenting myself. Like, that's not my mind. I have a very good working... So she was like, I'm a good teacher. But just because of how I dress, they're like, they don't want me to be at work.
Yeah.
Why? So she was so depressed, and she's like, I can't have tea, Kazi. Yeah. Like, the embracement she got from her mom and dad is way on another level.
That's interesting to hear, and I like the fact that now you brought the family aspect of it.
Yeah.
So you've shared your journey from the time you were in probably in class 4, in primary
school.
You felt like you were really attracted to girls.
Yeah.
Did all those things. Came to high school, realized that people are into boys.
Yeah.
You tried it out. Met this guy who basically took advantage of you, and for that you have your kid right now.
Yeah.
So what about your parents? Like, what about your mom? Does your mother know? Where are you? Does your family really know about this, or is this something that your friends only know?
Okay, mostly my family members don't know, but the person that I doubt knows but was attacking me indirectly is my cousin, because I was at their place, and it was like, because he sees my TikTok videos and all that, and what I post and what I say, and my WhatsApp status is like, hata mimi juzi kwa kazi kuna mwanaume alikuja hapo, gay man, sijui nini. I'm like, talk to me directly, please. Stop just going at your workplace. Just tell me, are you gay? And I will tell you yes or no.
Yeah.
Acha kuniambia story mingi za job and you want to ask me that question.
Yeah.
So I was like, kwani kuna ubaya? Si kama anakutaka so unamwambia tu umtaki. Kwani kuna issue? And he's like, hey, nikubali mwanaume anishike. Sijui nini, is a guy.
Oh, the cousin is a guy.
Yeah, so I was like, si kama kufia. It's like, wey. I'm like, but at the same time, he's trying to attack me.
Yeah.
My mom doesn't know. But I think she'll just come to know because I had there's a point where I had like a stud was coming to visit me. Then another stud that I dated was coming to our place most of the time, and she could find me with her all the time. So she's like, "Mbona rafiki yako?" So, and people will tell her, ule rafiki yako alikuwa amekuja paka mkosa. So I guess maybe she has assumptions, but she can't tell me.
Yeah. Or
maybe she hasn't figured it out yet. I don't know, but I haven't told her anything, so I don't know where she lies. And I cannot just go and ask her, Mama, unajua mimi ni gay? I can't. Just have to like play low-key and just let her to find it out for herself. If she embraces me, then okay. If she doesn't, still you have to live your life. You have to make it to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do agree with what you said, and again, thank you for sharing that story.
Thank you.
I don't know if you have any last comment that you'd want to share with us before we close.
What I'd really like to say is, don't take too long to discover who you are. If you feel like you have a different way of loving and who you love, your sexuality, just embrace it. Because at the same time, I think like embracing who you are opens some certain doors in different ways. Because you try to restrict yourself to certain box, you will not grow. But you accepting who you are, like accepting now I am queer, yes. What am I supposed to do with my queerness? What more can I do with who I am? So you just let it out. Because the first thing is accepting yourself so that people can accept you. But if you don't accept yourself, it's going to be a little bit hard to come into terms with everything around you. Because all the time you'll be like, I really want that person, but I cannot be with that person because they will think bad about me, and they'll be like, they will disown me, they will leave me, like your family members. What you just have to do is do what is good for you. Like, don't do what is good for others, because it will end up making you feel like you're just a loser in a way, because you're like, sijafurahisha nani, sijafurahisha shiko, vile nimefanya nini, sijafurahisha nani. You'll just be like always all about impressing people, and you're forgetting about yourself. So if you be like, I don't understand, but when I discovered I'm queer, I became so proud of myself, and I started loving myself way more better.
Yeah.
And I become comfortable. Right now I'm so comfortable with who I am. I can share, I can tell anyone I am a proud member. Like, I'm a proud gay. So whatever you knew about me back then, that was the version of me that died.
Yeah.
Now embrace the version of me that is living now. That's me. Now that's the she you have to know.
Yeah.
The she back then is long gone.
Yeah.
Now you have the new she.
And we love the new she.
Yeah. As they say, future is female. So why hide the future is good. The future is good and bright. So live it, own it, and claim everything. And everything is just going to be okay. Like, you loving yourself, you just brighten up your life.
Yeah.
Because you'll just be always like, the pretty human exists. So, you just love me. As I just feel happy,
Yeah, I'm actually laughing so hard because of even your actions. You just look like you really like this, know.
I like my part of life that I'm living now.
Yeah, as compared to then.
Hey, back then I was so depressed, man. I was so depressed. I was so tiny because I was really stressed.
Yeah.
Because I was like, But now, it's me. So embrace yourselves.
Okay, great. That is actually a really good message. And I too, I am for the fact that you should actually embrace who you are, accept yourself. Yeah. And I'd also urge people around us to also provide the community and a safe space for us to live as we want to, so to speak.
Yeah, and because safe space also matters.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a safe space, you also have difficulties.
Yeah, a lot.
Because, like, where I come from, you don't want everybody to know, because you don't know who is against you, who is for you.
Yeah.
You're just there, like, you're tensed. But then you're like, whatever happens.
Yeah. Yeah. I do agree, a safe space matters. And again, thank you so much, Shi, for sharing this story.
Yeah.
And again, this is Wanjiku Talks Queer. And the main important reason as to why we're doing this again is to tell more diverse stories, because I feel like it has never been important for us to share our LGBTIQ stories.
Yeah, true.
Because we've been criminalized for a very long time. As we know, in Kenya, it's illegal to be gay, whatever that means, because I really don't understand it. But we live in a country that has criminalized being LGBTQ.
Yeah.
And of course, we've had a lot of attacks on the LGBTQ people. And, it has actually been a norm to some of these people out here. So I do wish that whoever is listening understands a little bit of the background of where someone comes from, such that by the time you even get to a point that you say we should really kill these people, or we should, you think twice, you think about Shi's journey, and you're like, oh wait,
Yeah.
So again, thank you so much guys for listening to us, and catch us up next time. And in case you have any comments, any questions, if you'd want to also be featured here as well, feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Music Podcasts, the home of podcasts in Kenya.